Hey guys, what's going on? Mike the Caveman Q here again, Pale Long Island, MikeTheCaveman.com. We have another edition of the best of Mike the Caveman hitting the streets, and we have a little bit of footage from the health fair, but before we get into that, let's go over the 7-day carb test results. So, if you've been following on my Instagram story, basically what I've been doing all week is testing various carbohydrate sources out and seeing what their reactions are in terms of blood sugar and overall just subjective symptoms, whether I have brain fog, whether I have gastrointestinal symptoms. So let's talk about what we found out. Well, over the course of that week, I tested in succession mangoes, white rice, white potatoes, quinoa, banana, chickpeas, and Japanese sweet potatoes. But interestingly, what we found was the best carb source for me appeared to be white rice. It had the lowest insulin response and it had no negative side effects. The next best blood sugar response was to mango, surprisingly. But I did experience some gastrointestinal upset and some brain fog. That could be because I had to consume almost a pound of mango. So that being said, I probably won't be incorporating that much mango, but I might throw a little bit into my yogurt. Quinoa also had an excellent blood sugar response and no real side effects. But I'll tell you right now, quinoa is disgusting. There's no chance. I'm not incorporating it into my diet. If you want to include it, sure, great. Not going to do it for here. Same thing with chickpeas. It wasn't a terrible blood sugar response, but similar to the mangoes, it was a chore choking down that many. So, that being said, probably not going to be incorporating too much chickpeas, but I might be more willing to have a little bit of hummus at a quality restaurant. Where things got unfortunate, though, were with the white potatoes, bananas, and Japanese sweet potatoes, all of which are things that I love, but I saw tremendous blood sugar spikes in the first hour. However, fortunately, that did drop back down to baseline shortly thereafter at the 2-hour mark. What that means, and this was the case in all of the tested carbohydrates, is that I have a pretty solid insulin response. So when the blood sugar goes up, my body actually goes and releases the right amount of insulin to bring me back down to where I was. And my blood sugar results at the 2-hour mark were all below the healthy range of 115. Either way, though, it is important to be mindful of that huge jump that we saw on those last 3. So what do these results mean for me, and what do they mean for you? Do they mean that you should start eating a whole bunch of carbohydrates because my body can handle it? Nope. If you want to know what are the best carbohydrates that you can handle, you should be testing them yourself. That being said, what these results mean for me is that I do have a little bit more laterality at this point. Like I said before, I might be more apt to have a little bit of hummus at a Mediterranean restaurant. I may be more apt to have sushi instead of sashimi. White rice was the best for my system. I might be less apt, though, unfortunately, to have the fries at Bear Burger. So just be mindful of what's going on, how those carbohydrates affect you. Notice any kind of other symptoms you have going on, and that's the important thing. The idea of the 7-day carb test is to figure out how to optimize carbohydrate intake, what the best sources are for you if you do choose to consume them. But moving past that, take a look at some of the footage we had from the health fair. We did a little bit of quizzing, so I went and asked people that stopped by my table some questions about nutrition, making sure they've been watching the videos, because all the questions were covered at some point or another. Definitely have to give a shout out to my good friend Chris Messina over Made by Messina, another one of my strength coaches at Long Island Strength and Performance along with me, and he's the one that got some of that footage from the health fair. So hopefully you enjoy that as well. But if you have any more questions about the carb test, you know what to do, get at me. Either way though, guys, enjoy the fair, enjoy my data, and I'll see you tomorrow. So, we finished up that mango. Took about 20 minutes to do it, so I'm going to put this down, get this blood taken, see how we do. Here we go. And the answer is 116. Wow. It's a little bit of a jump, huh?
What spice or herb has the most antioxidants?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Winner! Woo!
answer is possibly. But probably not.
I'm the